You said that you don't do a lot of collabs or whatever, but I saw that you finally did the Snoop Dogg collab. How did that actually come about?
Okay, like shit, like 2 years ago, I think it was. 2 years ago, I did a show in L.A. at Night of a Blackskin, and after that show, I went to Vegas. And when I was in Vegas, I was already tired because we didn't leave the show until like 11, 12. And after we left, we went straight to Vegas. So we didn't get to Vegas probably like until 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. And the homie was on my phone on the, my live. And as he was on my live, I'm knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? He wakes me up like, hey, cuz, Snoop just tapped in. Woo woo. I'm like, what? I'm dazed the fuck. Like, what you mean he tapped in? So he showed me, and Snoop had text me like, hey, tell cuz to wake up or some shit. He ain't never some shit. He said you can't never get money out of going to sleep type shit. So me and him, I hopped up like, okay. So he like, hey, come. I'm in Texas. I'm getting this bag real quick, but when I come back, I'm gonna chop it up with you. Woo woo. I'm like, okay, for sure. So months went by, you know what I'm saying? He was reaching out here and there, reaching out. And then, like, you know, I don't like to be thirsty on that shit. I still do me. So when you ready, cause I'm not about to force you. So I kept doing me. And he was tapping in and shit. And then he calls me. He calls me and he was telling me like he f with what I'm doing. He like, nigga, you making too much noise, nigga. Like, you making hella noise, nigga. I f with what you doing. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, I'm glad that you ain't got no beef on you, nigga. You ain't beef with none of these rap niggas. You just in your own lane. You doing this and that, and that's what I f with. He telling me all this type of shit. He like, man, I got this. First he was trying to get me on Def Jam. When he was on that, when he's remember he had Def Jam West? Right. He was trying to get me on that. And then he ended up getting the Death Row shit. When he got the Death Row shit, that's when he called me and told me all that shit. He like, man, you know, I'm getting this Death Row. He like, I want to sign you. He like, but either you could be on the side of me, you could roll with me, or you could be doing your own shit. You know what I'm saying? He like, but I'm just fucking with you. He like, niggas looking at you like the little Snoop and you know. And I'm like, yeah, you know who. And then he like, I'm gonna tap in with you in a few days. And in a few days, he tap back with me and shit like that. And then everything I just left it alone. You know what I'm saying? And after that, I hit him up. No, after that, I had me and Ace had a song that we did. And as I'm doing it, like, I got a feel for music. I got a big feel for music. So as I'm doing the song, I'm like, nigga, I said, nigga, I hear somebody, I need a feature on this, bro. I don't want to just put this song out and not get a feature. And he like, yeah, he like, who you hear on there? I'm like, nigga, I'm hearing like Snoop, like, I'm hearing cuz on this, and this would be cold if we put this nigga on it. He like, you feeling that? I'm like, yeah, cuz. He like, man, try it. So I tapped in with Snoop. I like, man, let me know if you hearing this. And he like, yeah, I made a post. And then after that, I tapped in with cuz, and I was like, nigga, he like, man, I want you on this. Can you want to hop on this? That nigga was excited. He like, nigga, I with that. Woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? He like, nigga, send it through. Put in his email. He like, I'll get at you in the next few days. Nigga sent it back in like 4 days. And after that, I asked him like, man, can we shoot a video for the summer? Woo woo. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm on tour, but when I get back, no. He's like, you can either do it before I go to tour or when I'm on tour. I'm like, I mean, after I get back, like, let's do it before you go on tour, because I don't want to fuck up this momentum. You feel me? So we shot the video, and that was that, bro.
What was it like in terms of being around somebody who's that unbelievably successful, famous, rich, etc.?
Yeah.
Like, realistically, has basically accomplished everything that every rapper that I ever interview wants to do times 10 for the most part. Like, what was it like being around that energy?
It was cool energy. He treated me like, man, that nigga showed, like, I don't know, people say a lot of things about Snoop, but I mean, unless he put on the front, I feel like cuz is a genuine nigga. You feel me? When I met him, that nigga was showing nothing but love. He showed love to my baby girl. He was just, you know what I'm saying? And to me, it felt good. But I'm never been a type of nigga that be like starstruck or like writing niggas. I don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, it was just cool to meet him because number one, it nipped all that bullshit in the bud. You feel me? All that Snoop, you trying to do this, you trying to do that. Cause I don't want to hear that. Nigga, if the nigga reached out to me, cause you ain't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? So it felt good that then especially me being from San Bernardino, bro, and me pushing my own line independently, like no label, no nothing, no manager, no nothing. I'm pushing my own line. And I get a feature by one of the biggest artists from the West Coast. That tell me right there, bro, like it was something crazy. And that's what Half did was saying. He's like, man, Snoop don't really fuck with a lot of niggas. He like, man, you was making a lot of noise in here, nigga. He like, that's all we was hearing. He like, he had no choice but to come fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? It was just, man, bro, it was a great feeling.
Definitely. I mean, if you think about how long Snoop has been around and how it feels like he has the respect of pretty much everybody and has not really like had like almost any significant real beefs over the years. I don't know if I ever interviewed somebody who was just like, yeah, Snoop's a kid.
Yeah, he's
like
cool.
Unthinkable. Like it's just, he really seems like everybody meets him and he lives up to what they want him to be.
Yeah, the nigga ain't, that's what I'm saying. I don't know, cause I like the vibe he gave me. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a great vibe. It wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? It was. We even stayed till like 9 o'clock at night, bro. Cause my uncle, his phone had broke down, and Snoop was like, y'all can stay out long as y'all want. Woo woo. And we ended up fixing it and got up out of there. The nigga's a genuine nigga, bro. Like, you feel me? It was, everything was genuine. I'm hoping that it was genuine, but I feel like it was. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But it was a good feeling.
So what was the conversation like about you signing to Death Row or whatever? Or how did you get past that Def Jam conversation?
I don't know. I don't know. I think because he left it. He ended up getting a Death Row shit.
Okay, right.
And that's when they used to, I don't know what went on behind closed door. I don't know if he bought it out or whatever the case may be, or he had something going on with them. And that's when he was like, well, I'm going to sign you with Death Row. And that's what he was saying when I shot the video too. Like, when I'm ready, I'm going to present it to you. That type of shit. Like, to everybody that's out there, bro, I'm not signed to nobody. Cause on the set, I know everybody be asking now, are you signed to Snoop? I thought you were signed to Snoop. Nah, I ain't signed to nobody, cause I'm independent. You know what I'm saying? Snoop was just a nigga that looked out for me. You feel me? And he for what I'm doing. You feel me? He had my back a lot. So,
do you think that independent is just ultimately better for you, or do you feel like you're still open to the right possible situation?
I'm open to it. I'm not gonna lie to you, cause this shit is hard. Independent is very, very hard because everything comes out of my pocket. You feel me? And then I'm making mistakes because if I'm learning the game as I go. If I ain't got niggas in my ear trying to tell me, or I ain't got a manager or anybody in my ear trying to tell me, hey, this is what you should do. Let me show you this. I'm making mistakes as a motherfucker as I'm going. I'm losing money behind it. You know what I'm saying? But I made it my life. So everything I do, I have to do it this way because this is how I get paid. You know what I'm saying? So I invest all my money into whatever it takes for my music to get out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still gotta pay shit on my lifestyle. Like, you feel me? Like, it's a lot of shit that I do behind this shit. Being independent, it's hard, bro. Like, when I say independent, some niggas be independent but be signed to a distribution and all type of shit, or have niggas behind them. You know what I'm saying? Like a big ass company like Empire, they still be independent. It wasn't never like that for me.